So I recently finished doing a Ultimate 1440p build, and some of my viewers got me really excited in the comments, particularly one when he mentioned an X5650. And I was like, what was this CPU? So I started researching it more, and I found that it's pretty much the best bang for buck CPU you can get at the moment. It's a 32 nanometer, 6 core, 12 threaded CPU that's going from anywhere from $60 to $100. And the best thing is, it's overclockable. So I thought I'd turn this video into a vlog, sort of what parts I've got, and sort of like a precursor to an upcoming video where I'm gonna build 2 workstations for under $500 used. Anyway, let's get on with it. Recently my boss found out about my YouTube channel, and he was impressed. He was like, man, I want you to do some of the stuff that you're doing on your YouTube channel for me at work. And I was like, okay, cool, no problems. However, all the computers at work, they've got all the Japanese proprietary software installed, and you know, they've got the IT guy. He kind of doesn't like me, even though my boss loves me. So he's like, no man, you can't install your programs on our computer. So I was kind of like, well, I'll just build my own workstation, and then I don't have to answer to anyone. So I decided to do that, and since I found this Fractal Define R4 for like $20, it was just at some random secondhand store in the middle of nowhere. I never thought I'd find an Enthusiast Tech Pro there. When I saw it for 20 bucks, I instantly grabbed it, cleaned it up, and then that power supply there, that's $10 as well. So I'm just gonna go through all the bargains I've got here today and what I'm going to do with all these parts. But pretty much I've got all this stuff here for like under 500 bucks. And I'm going to put 2 workstations together. So what we've got here is a GTX 285. This came with this whole case and everything here. So everything you see in this frame here was like $180 delivered. So I got like 3 gigabytes of DDR3 memory, which will go in the off rig. I got an i7-920, which I'm probably going to sell. And I got this GTX 285, which I'm probably going to sell. And then I got a 650 watt power supply too, which has 40 amps on the 12 volt rail. And then I got here an X58 SLI Platinum. So this is the key ingredient. You need to get an X58. If you want to get the 6 core 12 threaded beast going, you have to get a motherboard that supports it. And there's not all the X58 motherboards support the CPU. So you got to pick one carefully. And so this was the one that I found that'll do probably up to 4.2 gigs if I'm lucky. So I got all this for $180 I think posted. So motherboard, it's even got a DVD drive there and a hard drive. And the best thing is this case has also got one of these. These are so convenient if you're doing video work. You've got the memory card reader as well. So it's got that as well, even though the case looks like junk. So this case and all the off parts will be going to my wife since she wants a computer, but she never uses a computer. So I figured I'll build her one for like 100 bucks. Anyway, these are the parts that are going to go in my workstation. This is the Xeon, that's the Xeon W3520. Now that's a really cheap CPU. I got that for $10, and it's going to replace the i7-920, even though it's the same thing. So I can sell the i7-920 for more. Winning. And then we've got here the X5650. It's still packaged up, but this is a 6 core 12 threaded beast. So this is going to be going in this motherboard. This motherboard's going to go in this case, and this power supply is going to go in this case too, because this power supply is a little bit weaker. So anyway, we've got the 650 Ti boost. This is going to be the workstation card. I mean, it's got 2 gigabytes of VRAM, which is pretty good. This is the reason why I picked it. It's also got shadow play as well, which is pretty important, especially for me. I shit you not, I've been using shadow play so much for a lot of the content I've been making. Instead of taking screenshots, I just hit the key, bang, bring it into Premiere Pro, good to go. So that saves me so much time, as well as taking all these temperatures and all these scores and stuff like that. Really good. So something with shadow play was pretty crucial. I picked it up for $70. So a 650 Ti boost, which is pretty much like a 750 Ti. You can even SLI these things. That's pretty cool as well. So $70. Let's move on to this. You're probably wondering what this bad boy is. I got this for $5. It was junk, had no fans on it, so I'm going to basically zip tie off 2 fans. I think I've got them down here. I'm going to zip tie off 2 fans here and put them on this CPU cooler, and then put it on the X58 SLI Platinum. So This cooler, I mean, it's chunky, it's good, eh? I was surprised I picked that up for so cheap. This here is a X58 board. It's a T-Power from BioStar, I think. Now, the problem with this board is it doesn't support the 6-core 12-thread Xeons, I don't think, from what I was researching. But I'm going to update the BIOS and give it a try anyway. I've got the W3520, which is going to go in here anyway, if that doesn't work. But this board actually looks pretty damn cool, like I gotta say. The gold sort of black style's not too bad for an old school X58 motherboard, which I'm kind of surprised. Like, this actually looks pretty cool. I don't wonder why these guys aren't making motherboards anymore. I thought this board kind of looks cool. Maybe the BIOS or maybe the support was pretty crap. Who knows? I never used a BioStar motherboard in my life, so this is going to be a first. Anyway, that's the motherboard there, so that's about it. I mean, I've got to get some more memory. I've got this drive as well. This is a 750 gigabyte, 5,400 RPM drive, so that'll be going in the off rig since it's pretty slow and it's pretty junky. Came out of a bricked laptop, so anyway, I've got the hard drive out, and it's got it's in these enclosed kind of cases. I got no idea what the person was thinking with this. Like, this is just stupidity. I mean, you're suffocating your hard drive. Yeah, sure, you got some sound deadening going on, but I mean, look at this. Like, I'm surprised these drives made it through a summer if they did. So that's crazy. So anyway, that's like this hard drive encasement here that's sort of, I don't know what it's designed to do, kill the hard drive or something. So hopefully the drive still works. Hopefully we get something out of this bad boy. Let's hit the power button first time. Fingers crossed, everything's hooked up. All right, all fans are spinning. Can we get a signal? Can we get a signal? Come on. Give me a signal. Give me a signal, baby. Oh, yes, we got a signal. Success. Okay, we're going to try and restart this and hook up a keyboard and mouse. And here's the final test. So we're going to test this other power supply. We're going to test this. We're using the same memory from the other rig because I know it works. And we just got to, that's right, it's a naked CPU just sitting on the top of the CPU just for testing anyway. I've got the GTX 285 here. We've got the motherboard, so we're going to fire it up. And I mean, I already fired it up, but interestingly enough, it didn't work with memory in the first bank. So that was really weird. So it's posting fine, and I mean, we've got a screen. So I guess the first triple lane channel there is not working, because I mean, it says on the motherboard A1 is the lighter beige color. So that's pretty weird anyway. I'll have to look into that a little bit more. But regardless, even with only 3 banks, I'm still happy because I've paid next to nothing for this motherboard and this CPU. So this is really cool, like awesome stuff. So we got the Xeon works as well. The $15 or like the $13 CPU, that's working. So even the hard drive's working. So that's everything. I've tested everything. Now I have to test the 6-core 12-threaded CPU, but I've got to update the BIOS on the MSI board in order to test that, and update the BIOS on this board as well to see if it works. Okay, so we've got the 12-threaded 6-core beast in here, and it's ready to go. So anyway, here's the Sith cooler here. You can probably see already from the video that there's the front half here is like silver colored, and then this is like copper colored. So they're putting a coating of something on the actual copper base plate, which, I mean, I don't really think it's a good thing. I mean, I'd just rather just a pure copper base plate. And it feels like they're putting some kind of lacquer on the actual, like honestly, like a lacquer tack on there, so to make that seem like it's a mirror finish. I don't know, it's weird. So anyway, I just lapped it, and to me I think it'll perform better than before. That's just my gut feeling. You can see here, like if I scratch this, and then I flip it around and I scratch the top, you can hear the difference. Like, I can hear the difference anyway. So it's as if they put some kind of crap all over their product that is sort of hindrant to performance, I think, anyway. Anyway, I'd just rather have the bass especially nice and raw and uncut. X5650 is confirmed and working. Now you're probably wondering why those temperatures are so low. You're probably like, oh, the temp sensor is actually wrong. And I don't think it is, because I just, like 10 minutes ago, I just lapped it and sprayed it down with brake cleaner. And the brake cleaner I use has this frosting effect kind of thing on the cooler. So it's like 15 degrees in here, if you can see that. But it's actually, the CPU cooler is actually colder than the ambient temperatures, which usually is not the case. But in this case it is, because the cooler was sprayed with brake cleaner. But anyway, you can see that IOH temperature, that's a lot better. When I tested that last night, it was like 82, 83 degrees. So it's running 17 degrees lower than it was before, which is really good. So everything looks pretty decent now. So I'm going to start getting things ready. Woo! All right, so now we're in the BIOS here. I've been playing around with it for about probably 2 hours now, and it's really good. Like, this is an absolute blast of the past, and this is kind of, in ways, this is how overclocking should be. I'm just in the BIOS here, and I've actually been playing around. This is really interesting, right? If you want to get these CPUs up over 4 gigs, then you have to lower your QPI from 6.4 to 4.8. And then after that, you have to give like the QPI voltage a big bump. My max, I mean, I could get it. I ran a Cinebench run at 4.1 gig on all cores, but that's pretty much as max as it'll go. And the diminishing returns, like after 190 megahertz on the B clock, like here, man, it just goes through the roof. So even 200, I don't even know if I'm comfortable running that. I'm just going to still play with it for another couple of hours and sort of fine tune everything. But it is running at 4 gig on all cores pretty smoothly. So I'm going to find out what I'm going to do. So we're just going to play around with it a little bit more. And yeah, guys, so that's it. I mean, I'll pull up the Cinebench score for you guys as well to show you. So this is pretty much running faster than a 4770K. So that's really impressive for a $100 CPU. So, I mean, if you guys want to know more, but I'm still just tweaking everything. I'm learning what each voltage does. CPU PLL, that actually affects power consumption quite a bit on this platform as well. And the sad thing is, I never actually got to try this platform. I went straight from the Q9550 straight to the Ivy Bridge. So this is really fun. This is a lot of fun. So I can recommend you guys. You guys might want to get on this, and you know, especially for $100. So I'll be definitely making a good upcoming secondhand used computer guide for a workstation very soon, because this is pretty awesome. But anyway, I'm still tweaking this and stuff like that. But man, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So I'm still like finding out what every single detail does. So anyway, guys, let's try and just get it playing some games and do some benchmarks too. We managed to get to 4.1 gigs, though I dropped it down to 4 gigs to get it stable. As it is stable at 4 gigs, though, I've still got to play around with the memory a little bit, and I've got to put that front 140mm fan down there. As you can see, there is no drives in the drive bays. I've actually run these wires here and sort of flipped them out the back because it's going to be my hot plug computer. So that's just because, like, last time I brought a computer to work, the kids broke my bloody Windows password. So, and then like they didn't just break it, they like did a restore point, and it just wrecked my whole computer and wasted so much time. I was like, I'm not doing that again. So this time I'm just going to carry an SSD with me, and we're not going to have a problem. I know I said I was going to use a hard drive. I was like, nah, I got this BX100 lying around, might as well use it. So anyway, let's restart it. So we're in the BIOS now. So we're going to just quickly show you guys the settings that we're going to use here. So run through what we ended up finishing with. And let me know in the comments, do you guys like these full nerdy vlogs? And yes, this is a Dell monitor. These things are going for like $180 too. I got one for 180 bucks delivered. It's IPS, it's 1080p, and it's got some of the best input lag, or lowest input lag, you can get from a monitor. Not only that, is the panel for an IPS panel is actually pretty responsive too. I'll put the link for the review in the description below if you want. Really good monitor. Anyway, so let's have a look here. We got 200 on the base clock. So I managed to just pip out. I got to 205, 206 max, but I'm just going to keep it at 200 and see how long that goes on for. But memory ratio is 4, the uncore ratio is 9. We've got here the CPU voltage. It's actually pretty low from what I'm reading. I quickly cross-referenced my results. That's not too bad, 1.24 on the CPU core, especially since I'm using a pretty random power supply on this. So CPU PLL voltage, we managed to go just up to 1.83, and that's when that got stable. QPI 0.26, and DRAM voltage actually went flat at 1.5. That was interesting because I went down to 1.48 because I want to drop power consumption as much as possible because I don't want to put too much stress on this power supply. I don't really trust it that much, but it's 1.5. It topped out, and the actual timings on the RAM are really bad at the moment. This is why I've got to tweak the memory. So it's 2N 1131. Like that's the max it'll go on the TRAS as well. So anyway, that's that done. And then we're moving down here. And yeah, the Northbridge voltage didn't need much at all. Like I think it was stable at 1.1. But I was just quickly tweaking, and so when I was doing, like, when it was almost stable, I'd just bump this, and this up. These were my last 3 results. So, I mean, I still can fine-tune it a little bit. It's just, is it worth the time? Probably not. So anyway, that's our save. We can save that as, say, number 4. That's our 24/7. Well, not, we haven't tested it for 24 hours yet, so we don't even know if it's 24/7. But let's just jump into Windows, and we will run a Cinebench live for you guys. And then I'm going to go eat some dinner, watch some Arrow, because there's a new episode. It's amazing. I've got to watch it. I'm on season 3, just hooked on it. And then I'm going to go to bed. So I don't even know if I'm going to edit this video tonight. But it's a vlog, so it shouldn't be hard to edit. I'm just going to pop it all together. And this is random vlogs. You just keep talking. Come on, computer. Hurry up and start. You guys want to just see it, right? You guys want to see it from start to finish, so we're going to show it. Let's go open IDA 64. Let's get it cracking. Come on, IDA. Not a duplicate. Sorry, the Acer panels. I was running some input lag tests, and the Dells. I'm going to give you guys, like, this is a funny thing about a vlog. You guys can hear some of my other testing I did. This panel was the fastest panel I've got here, though only through the DVI dual link port. Like when I ran this monitor, this Dell monitor, through the VGA port, it was actually slower than the Acer. So I'm just curious to see if I ran the Acer, because the DVI port unfortunately is dead. Like the DVI socket on this Acer is dead. And so I don't know, like, yeah, maybe the Acer is faster. I don't know, but sure, yeah. Anyway, so we're just going to run a quick. We actually just changed monitors. Yeah, just hot switch the monitors. We're just running a Cinebench for you guys. I want to show you how this performs. But the Acer monitor is actually, like, it's pretty fast, but the Dell's slower on a VGA port or a HDMI port as opposed to this one. But when I put it through the dual link port, and same with the Korean monitor behind it, I don't know if you can just see it behind it, that's faster than the Acer as well when I put it through the dual DVI link port. So I don't know what's going on there exactly, but anyway, let's do a CPU run, and you guys can see this 4 gigs monster. I should do CPU ID as well, but yeah, I'm sure you guys trust me. So, it says there actually, it says there 4 gigs. So anyway, you guys saw all the settings in the BIOS, so this is, it's legit. Like, I'm actually pretty happy, man. Like, this rig, all the parts, I mean, I did cheat a little bit, but all the parts are probably like $300 to $400. I actually got to tally up the cost, and I can sell some of this stuff. Like, you saw that GDX, here it is here, this beast, GDX 285. I'm going to try and sell that for a little bit to some MacBook Pro user or something. But there we go, 944, legit. That's faster than like a 4770K for a like $60 CPU. Like, are you kidding me? This thing is just a workstation, budget workstation person's dream. I mean, like, I was seeing people running FX8350s to 5 gig and they're only getting 800. Like, this thing, man, definitely tops the cake for value for money. So thanks to my viewers for recommending this CPU. As in Japan, I managed to pick the motherboard up, as I said before, like just the whole thing for just an absolute bargain. So that's pretty crazy anyway. So good job. I'll be having, well, good job to the viewers. Thanks you guys a lot. But I'll be having another video very soon about the, about this whole build. Like, it's finished and I just got to tune it up, and then I'll actually do a proper guide. But this is just a video log for you guys who wanted, like, I don't know, who are interested in seeing sort of all the behind the scene, the behind the firing line scenes and stuff like that. So but yeah, anyway, it's dinner time and I'm hungry. Peace out for now, guys. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up. If you like the vlogs, then let me know and I'll try and do some more while I'm testing stuff and going crazy in here. So yeah, not too long. I mean, I built it this morning and finished it all up today, so it's all good. Win, 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 win. Anyway, I'm going now. Peace out for now. Bye.